Good evening and welcome to Dr. Paul's dorm room. As you remember from our last cellulite deposit forming episode, Dr. Paul and his newly formed band were returning from Baker, Montana in the shiny red pickup truck of their new manager, Tex the Cowboy. Having arrived back in Washington, the band now waits backstage in the Kingdome, the world's largest concert auditorium, for their debut performance. I'm nervous. I have to go to the bathroom.
There's no time for that now. Dave the DJ is going to announce us any moment now.
I guess I'll just have to keep my legs crossed during our entire concert.
Don't cross them too hard, Earache, or you'll be singing soprano.
This, of course, is a medical fallacy, I think. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Kingdome. I'm Dave the DJ, and I'd like to introduce the hottest new wave band in America, the Pope Dr. Paul Band. Thank you. I'm Pope Dr. Paul, and this is my band. One, two, three. I'd like to tell you a story, and it's all about my tour. Located on the PLU campus, right down by old Frost Pond. Well, I love that stinky water. Oh, Parkland, you're my home. Take it away, Dr. Paul. Stinky water. Oh, Parkland, you're my home. Thank you. We'd next like to play a tune for you that means a lot to me. It's one of the most popular and beautiful ballads of all times. It's one of my favorites, and I'm sure it's one of yours too. Uncle Joe. You remember Uncle Joe? He's the one afraid to cut the cake. Who's gonna go to Fire Lake? Who's gonna go to Fire Lake? And who's gonna tell old Aunt Zelda? Joe's run off to Fire Lake. Who's gonna go to Fire Lake? 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 Who's gonna do it? Who's gonna do it? Who's gonna do it? Thank you. I'd like to take this opportunity to tell a joke. My wife is so fat.
Oh yeah, chump? How fat am I?
Well, moving right along, we're going to play our final tune now. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. And another one gone, and another one gone. Another one bites the dust. Hey, gonna get you too. Another one bites the dust. 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 And another one gone, and another one gone. Another one bites the dust. Hey, can I get you too? Another one bites the dust, huh? Thank you all for coming to this concert. You may all go home now. Well, boys, I think you played a fine concert.
Thank you, Dave the DJ.
Oh, no. Paul's wife and Tex the Cowboy are making out backstage here. What if Dr. Paul sees? Due to the violence in the following scene, listener discretion is advised. That does it, Tex. I've noticed you've been pretty friendly to my wife, but that's a bit too friendly.
Ouch! A he.
Wow! Dr. Paul's punch knocked Tex the Cowboy right out of his boots. Hey, that's Kim Jellyneck. He was wearing 42-inch heel cowboy boots and a cowboy hat, so we couldn't recognize him. Well. Tex the Cowboy turns out to be Kim Jellyneck. Will Dr. Paul punch his proverbial lights out? Tune in to our next exciting show and see. You've been listening to Dr. Paul's Dorm Room on KPLU-FM.
Flora, what are you doing here?
It was lonely at the Astor. Don't you like me anymore? Remember when you said to me, I want...
Good evening and welcome to Dr. Paul's Dorm Room. As you remember from our last Cerebrum short-circuiting episode, after an exciting concert performance, Dr. Paul has found Kim Jellyneck, alias Tex the Cowboy, being a little too friendly with his wife. Will he beat the living tar out of his no-necked ex-manager? We'll see. If I were you, Kim Jellyneck, I'd get those little legs of yours moving as fast as they can to carry you out of here before I count to 3. 1. Kim Jellyneck makes a hasty exit from the building, traveling as fast as his little legs will carry him. 2. Wow, did you see him rush out of here? I don't think I've ever seen Kim's little legs carrying him any faster than that. 3.
But why didn't you beat the veritable man-ear out of Kim, Dr. Paul?
It's because I've taken the Hippocratic Oath.
What does the Hippocratic Oath say?
To consider dear to me as my parents him who taught me this art, to live in common with him, and if necessary to share my goods with him, to look upon his children as my own brothers, to teach them this art if they so desire without fear or written promise, to impart to my sons and the sons of the master who taught me, and the disciples who have enrolled themselves and have agreed to the rules of the profession, but to these alone, the precepts and instructions. To please no one will I prescribe a deadly drug, nor give advice which may cause his death, nor will I punch anyone's lights out even if he's been messing with my wife. If I keep this oath faithfully, may I enjoy my life and practice my art, respected by all men in all times, but if I swerve from it or violate it, may the reverse be my lot.
Thank you, Christy. We understand now, Dr. Paul. It's the part that says, quote, nor punch anyone's lights out even if he's been messing with your wife, unquote.
That's right, Larry and Al. And on that note, I must be leaving. Where are you going, Doctor? To the radio station with Dave the DJ to be a guest on one of his shows. Would you boys do me a favor by taking my violin back to the dorm room?
Sure, Dr. Paul.
We say farewell to Dr. Paul and our friends go their separate ways. Soon Larry and Al and Christy and Tracy arrive back at Paul's room.
It's nice to be back at the dorm again.
We're finally all alone.
That's right, Christy. We're all alone at last. Why don't we go out for pizza?
Let's sit on the couch and snuggle.
We're kind of hungry for some pizza.
Come on, Larry and Al.
Why are you turning out all the lights, Christy? Aren't we going out for some pizza?
I'll answer the door.
No, that's all right. We'll answer the door. We're closest. Why, Blondie, what brings you here?
I got a telegram for you, Larry and Al.
Thank you, Blondie. It says, Dear Pope Larry and Al, you are invited to be a contestant this evening on Pope Off, America's most popular radio game show. Signed, Dave the DJ. All right. If we can win a lot of money, then we can afford to marry you, Tracy and Christy.
Hooray!
Well, well, Larry and Al have been invited to be contestants on Pope Off, the most popular game show on American radio. But will they be able to win the big bucks? Tune in to our next exciting show and see. You've been listening to Dr. Paul's Dorm Room on KPLU-FM.